All right, guys, welcome to 2026. This year's going to be fun. We are upgrading our solar system and heading to Baja. Here's a little peek at what's to come. I got 6 Renogy 200-watt solar panels. It's the shadow fluxes, so they're supposed to be really good. I got a new smart charge controller from Victron 150-100 and a second 288 amp hour LiTime battery. The other one's back in Phoenix in our camper. I'll soon be there. The 2 of them will go in this box and then everything will get wired up. I'm going to show you guys how I do it. This is not sponsored. I paid for all this stuff and I've never done it before. So anything you see is how I did it, not how you're supposed to do it. After 2,160 miles, we're about to pull in here and see our house slash camper for the first time in just over 2 months. Turn at West Cameron Drive. And pretty excited. I'm like a little nervous too because we've been away from it for so long. We have no idea what it's going to look like inside. Has it got mouse in it? Has there been a flood? Did it? I don't think it froze. It's in Phoenix, so
yes, I doubt it flooded either. Well, unless there was a
I mean, the only thing I can think of is like if the refrigerator lost power and then all that frost that refrigerator loves to do melted, then that could cause a problem. I don't know. We got all these things. It's like but we're gonna find out here in just a few minutes.
It's a little scary.
Yep, we'll let you know. There she is. See, we're in this storage. It's enclosed, but it's a shared enclosed. It's kind of a strange little scenario, but we got our little spot, and then we've got back here, you can see it's plugged in. It's been plugged in the whole time. Hopefully it's had power the whole time. Jessica's about to open it up, and we'll see. I'm going to show you all my code, though. There we go. Let's see what we got. We had bug bombs set off, so you're going to see those sitting there. And then we just threw a bunch of stuff in here. Let's see if our lights work. We'll just turn on all of them. Here we go. Here's our house. I mean, I don't see anything crazy yet.
No.
So that's a good sign. Let's see. I don't see any rat turds or anything. So
that's a good sign.
Maybe we're good. So exciting to be back.
The freezer's still frozen.
There you go. All right, day 1. I hope I can get it all done today, but I'm thinking it's going to take me at least 2 days to get all this done. I've got my 6 panels that I got to put on the roof. I've got to wire up my battery box. I've got to move the propane tank because the battery box sits in between here. And once you get up to the high point up here, it's a little too narrow. But first thing I want to do is I want to get the panels on because I want to allow the self-leveling die-core sealant time to dry before I move the trailer. And then I'll start wiring everything up. So what I've done, I got to make a plan. I cut a couple of templates here. You can see these cardboard cutouts that I've got. They're slightly bigger than my panels, which gives me some room for the brackets to go, hopefully on the outside of them. So let's get up on the roof and see what we can figure out. As you can see, my roof is littered with stuff on top of it. There's things everywhere. So it's going to be interesting to try to figure out how to put these up here. That's why I made the cardboard cutouts, so I can move them around. I got to get 6 panels up here. This panel right here is going away. It's not a very good panel, and I want everything to be exactly the same. got my configuration figured out. There's only one panel I'm really concerned about. It's going to be blocked by the air conditioner a bit with the sun, but the only way I can fix that is by removing my antenna. I'm not sure that I want to go through all of that, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and deal with that. And it's the shadow flux panels, so it should pretty much just eliminate that portion of it and hopefully not reduce the full capacity very much. Now I got to take and get my panels, put all my brackets on them, get them up on the roof, and start installing them. All right, here you go. Here's how I'm doing it. I'm laying down this sealant tape, and I've got my tilt brackets on the outside there. And I didn't like those tilt brackets were too short. I thought that'd be too much flopping, so I made these little brackets here out of some angle in order to, that way I can still tilt it up, but it's going to be a lot more secure. So then after that, I take and I put my screws in it and put a little self-leveler on it there. And that way it's all sealed up. As you can see, I tilted this one to where it tilts like this. So it's the same direction as the 4 that's over here. And then I have one more going on this side. So I'll have 6 up here total. I don't know if you can see it, but we had one panel that got busted in shipping. You can see it looked like something hit it right here in the corner, and it just shattered the whole thing. And then if you look at the box, you can see there's a little tiny hole right there where something poked into it. It's the beginning of day 2. As you can see, I've got 5 out of the 6 panels mounted up here, and you see how the tilt bracket works there. I just got to get the wires all fastened down, taped to the roof, and wait for my 6th panel to come in since it got shattered, and I'll be done up here. The main focus today is going to be the interior, getting the charge controller and such put in. I've got this solar controller. It's an MPPT 150-100, and I got to figure out how to get it in here. You can see that's where my multiplus is. There's my old one that's going to still be used, and the drawers go here, so they go all the way up against the wall. So it's got to be over in there somewhere. I just got to figure out where. Okay, getting this thing hooked up, I got to put my ferrules on the ends of these wires here. So you just put it on, take the little crimper, slide it in the hole. I'm blind, sorry guys. Crimp it, and it gives a nice solid end there. So that way when you stick it in here, so we got, I already put these on. They didn't have a ferrule on them. That's just the straight wires, just stick in, but you stick it in like that, and then you tighten the screw down right here, and that's how you connect the wires. So what I'm doing is I'm running the wires from the solar panels. I ran them into this little breaker, and then from the breaker it's going to run out of from here to the controller. That way, if I ever need to shut off the solar panels and work on this or whatever, I can just shut the power off with this breaker, and I'm good to go. Well, Look at the size difference in these charge controllers. The old one is a 150/45 and the new one is a 150/100. It's just massive, the difference that you need to get that extra power. Now, I'm still going to run both of them. The new big one is for the 6 solar panels, the 1200 watts that I put on the roof, and the old one, I'm going to use that for the 600 watts of fold-up panels I have that I put out when I need it. So that way I get a total of 1800, but I'll always have 1200. So if I need more, I can get it.
Is that the one that you had to make?
I just have to shorten that one and get the right size end on it because it's that long, a bunch of extra wire.
Oh.
And then it had the 3/8 lug on it. And for this, I need 1/2-inch lug. So I have to swap it out.
All right.
So once the box is in place, probably should have put this on the outer edge, but I put it on the back side of the box. Clearance here to do my shut off. But what I didn't think about is being able to put these screws on and off. So I have to bolt it to the box, slide the box in, and then I'll be good.
Okay.
So in order to fit my box into this slot here, I had to move my stabilizers 1 inch forward, and I had to move the holder for the propane tanks about an inch, maybe 1.5 inches forward to give me enough space to sit. It's going to be tight, but it's just enough room to clear my box. I wish my box would have been a little bit more narrow, but it's all I could find. These are just little cable glands made to help keep some of the moisture out of the box. Also rodents and stuff. So you trim it as tight as you can get it so that you can still fit the wire through it. So you feed it over the wire. It's always hard to get over the crimp. Once you get it over the crimp, then it's nice and snug on the wire. So then once I feed it through the box, then that little rubber piece notches into the box. Keeps the water out. Jessica has finished up the project.
You have to call in the pros. I mean,
that's it. So as you can see, I've got 2 temperature sensors, and one of them is for the fan to cool the box. The other is for the heater to heat the box, depending on what kind of weather we're in. As you can see, I ran my positive to my positive, my negative to my negative, and then the negative goes up here to the smart shunt. And then the positive goes over here to the bus bar that has my fuses in it. And then all of the rest of the negatives come over to this bus bar that has all the negative bus bars, which leads all back. Everything's fused. I've got 250 amp fuse to run the whole camper. I've got a 60 amp for the small solar charger, 125 amp for the large solar controller, and then there's also a 250 amp here directly on the battery. So, you know, the short run is fused, and then all the long runs going back to the camper are fused. And then this was just the heater that I had on the battery from before. If it gets really, really cold and I feel like I need it, I'll hook it up. Otherwise, it's just there.
let's be honest, we don't usually stay where it's really, really cold.
Nah, rather stay in the heat, or at least 60, 70 degrees, you know, 40s at night is perfectly fine. So now I just got to test everything out, make sure it's all set up in the app, and get my propane bottles back on, and this portion's done.
Woohoo!
Okay, so I wanted to show you how I got it to fit in here. What I did is I mounted it up there on that back wall, and then I put the breaker here. The old charge controller's still there. And just got this rat nest still, but everything is in there. Nice and cozy. I just have to put the panel back on. As you can see, my touchscreen is working. And just got to put my drawers back, and this section's done. Officially back on the road.
Yes!
Got our solar panels finished, got our trailer sealed up, got our batteries installed, and we're pulling out of the storage unit.
Yep. My babe's been working hard to get it ready for us to be back on the road, and I appreciate that.
Pretty excited to be back in the RV. From here, we're heading to our first Boondockers Welcome / Harvest Host. I'm not sure which one it is. It's an alpaca farm.
That's cool.
So,
I want to see if they're as mean as llamas. I hope not.
Oh, me too. We'll show you when we get there.
Sounds good.